Hi, and first of all, thank you to everyone who's keeping the aviation safe throughout this pandemic, to everyone who traveled to work, and to everyone who was working from home. Well done to the ones who got sick and recovered, and to the ones still recovering, you have my best wishes. My name is Ceca Bunjevac. I work for EUROCONTROL and I'm Human Performance in ATM person. I come from operations. I was tower, approach and en route, civil and military air traffic controller, and have held OGTI and assessor endorsements. This is how COVID-19 has affected my domain of work, human factors, human performance domain. Aviation industry has been decimated by the very powerful tiny enemy and has affected every dimension of the human performance domain as well. Almost overnight, operations went from adrenaline flowing to nothing, from high stress to trouble maintaining vigilance. But it is very wrong to think that the stress has disappeared. It merely shifted shape. High intensity traffic pressure is not there, true, but health and well-being worries, pay cut worries, together with the possibility of getting infected or losing a family member, have maintained the high stress levels in a different way. Also, right at the start, it looked like COVID-19 might shatter the operational teams and the team spirit, but there was so much support, and I'm sure you have experienced it yourself, and you have provided this support to others, and the solidarity we have shown to one another in so many ways that we certainly need to start very soon these team discussions and to provide the opportunity for further sharing and support amongst our teams. Another human factors element affected by COVID: communication. Turns out words are important. For example, what does social distancing mean? Is physical distancing maybe a better term? To what extent is the clarity of instructions responsible for people following those instructions? Words are affecting how we understand social contracts and professional instructions and the new means of communication. Oh my, how many Skype, Zoom, WebEx calls and meetings have you attended? Were you surprised when you felt tired after 1 hour, just 1 hour interaction via web? It is this cognitive cost, and the cognitive cost of online meetings and training is very high compared to being in a physical meeting. Last but very far from the least, COVID brought to the forefront biggest contributing factor to human performance in any industry out there: life outside work. Everyone being told to self-isolate means return en masse to home as the epicenter of life and experience, and this lack of social interactions as cues to us that we have as dividers between the rest and activity times. This means that the sleep patterns are impacted and more insomnia cases have been registered as a result, more than in full working mode of operations. We could clearly see how health worries, existential worries, kids having school classes, having elderly parents, relatives not doing sports, not doing fitness, not going to pubs. How is this affecting work performance? Many previously simple decisions, like going for a weekend somewhere, these became anxiety-inducing process. So yes, COVID had brought many challenges to the domain of human factors in aviation. What are the measures taken to return to normal? For one, workplace ergonomics have been affected. We have seen transparent screens that are being placed between operational positions, and we are yet to see and understand how they might affect situational awareness and communications of air traffic controllers, assistants, ANSPs, AIM personnel. Also, we all know our field is 24/7 operations business and it operates in shifts. Many ANSPs currently, there are fixed teams created that are forming one shift, and the members of each shift are asked not to swap places with colleagues from the other shift. This will have an impact on the individual and on the teamwork, and we have to take a closer look at how to support our people and our teams. There is a lot to be learned and understood as a result of the last 2 months, and Already there are some virtual team resource management sessions going on in various ANSPs, with TRM facilitators organizing so-called "Hi, how are you doing?" discussion sessions, and this is very helpful to staff. Up until now, ADCOs have also had experience of being absent for a long leave and the first few days on frequency after coming back, of that uncomfortable feeling. Am I missing something? And am I seeing everything I should be seeing right now? But there was always someone nearby who had the current level of competence and could jump in if needed. This time there is no one with the current level of competence that is different to the one that I have. Because everyone was absent for equal amount of time. So measures that should be taken here should be observing ATCO sitting next to the active ATCO as an extra pair of eyes. This would be very helpful. Also, various training can be put in place, like animations showing how the handover procedure looks like now with maintaining the required physical distance, like use of different console to get familiar with the traffic before taking over. When I think about the question, how do we plan to return to normal? I ask myself though, should we go back to every aspect of the normal as it was before? I don't have the answer to this. But I know that our lives have changed, and in some aspects they might have changed forever. It could be that not all of the changes are for the worse, I want to say. What I know also is the utmost importance for the managers out there right now to be very open to addressing individual situations during the recovering phase and adapting rosters and adapting organization of work to individual situations, and rather than the other way around. Next step should also be re-establishing the trust, especially in respect to the economic impact and possible pay cuts that have happened. And this will be a fundamental factor for re-establishing motivation and efficiency. Manager who will be able to stand in front of their staff and to share in clear terms elements of the impact, whilst being open about what they know and equally open about what they don't know. This will be key to re-establishing the trust, efficiency, and better and smooth return to normal operations. I am aware, I know that there will be very small funds available for training, but the activities of team resource management and CRM nature that are in support of our teams and team members will be important factor for the recovery and for minimizing the impact of the overall traumatic experience our industry has been a part of in the last months. So these were a few things about how COVID-19 has affected the whole human performance domain. If you compare the aviation now to what was there last year, you could get pessimistic. But it is enough to take one look at the people in aviation to quickly realize there are reasons for optimism. Without a doubt, we will recover. It will take time, but we will. So to the ones out there that are starting their careers in aviation right now, we might not be doing so well at the moment, but it will pass, and we will be needing every single one of you to pick up all the new work areas that will come as a result of aviation adapting to the new normal. May we keep two things from this pandemic: solidarity that has surfaced as a result of it, and better understanding of the resilience of aviation professionals that has been displayed in the last months. That was all I had for you for this time. Take care, and thank you very much for your time invested. Bye.